What's up, YouTube? Capital G here, checking out what I believe are the final pieces of support and new cards coming out of the upcoming Legendary Duelist of Whirlwind. We have a Lyraloose card for Ruri, and then we also have a card for Sherry. I think that, don't quote me on this, but I think that these are the last cards in this set, or at least the last new cards. I'm pretty sure, Konami might throw us some more reprints and stuff like that, but I think these are the final new cards in the set. Anyways, let's start off with the Lyraloose card, because I think there's a legitimate argument that this is the absolute best card in the entire Lyraloose archetype. This card is ridiculous. I know we throw around the word busted a lot in Yu-Gi-Oh! As Yu-Gi-Tubers, but I think it's definitely applicable here. So this is Lyraloose Bird Call. It is a normal spell card that says you can only activate one card with this card's name per turn, so hard once per turn on it. The effect is add to your hand or send to the graveyard one Lyraloose monster from your deck. Then you can special summon one monster with a different name from your hand. So this is a simple to understand card, and it is absolutely just utterly ridiculous in almost every way imaginable. This is one of those cards where pretty much every single archetype would give its right arm to have a card like this, because at minimum, it is a consistency booster for any deck because it just gives you a simple Rhoda. But in addition to that, it also can act as a Foolish Burial if you already have all the cards that you need in your hand. And this card works exceptionally well. Like, both of those effects work exceptionally well with the Lyraloose. In fact, the special summoning effect isn't just an extender for Lyraloose, but it triggers a lot of the Lyraloose monsters' effects. Like, it has so much synergy within its archetype outside of the fact that it's just generically good. Because if you go down and you look at all the cards, I think that they have multiple Monster Reborns in the archetype. So, like, let's just say you already have the Lyraloose that you need in your hand and you just want something in your graveyard. I think Turquoise Wobbler allows you to special summon from the graveyard. The new one, the Yellow Canary, she also special summons herself from hand and special summons from the graveyard. So those are basically like one card Xyz plays. But if you also wanted to use the special summon effect, I know when you special summon the Cobalt Sparrow, then that card basically gets a search. So if you were to search a Lyraloose and then special Cobalt Sparrow with the special summon effect of this card, you just get an instant search. So honestly, this card has 3 effects. They're all ridiculously good, and not just are they generically good, but again, they have synergy within the archetype that can add you additional pluses. I think that I almost want to say that maybe this is, and this might be going a little too far, this might be the type of card that Lyraloose need to become their own full-fledged deck. I'm talking about without the Tri-Brigades, but obviously this just helps anything that's playing Lyraloose because it makes it much more consistent and it gives you some, much needed playmaking potential. Next up is our Sherry support. This is Revered Banner of the Revolution. I'm not French, but I'm pretty sure that this is referencing the French Revolution. You've got Joan of Arc right there on the cover of the card. I know that banner means like flag, so yeah, definitely a Sherry card because she was French in Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. Continuous Trap card, and you can use all the effects in one turn, the first, second, and third. First effect is if another card you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can add one Liberty at Last from your deck or graveyard to your hand. Second effect, at the start of the damage step, if a synchro monster is battling another monster, you can destroy the opponent's battling monster. Second effect, if this card in your spell and trap zone would be destroyed by a card effect, you can destroy one monster you control instead. So this is an interesting card, and I feel like I've got to just go ahead and cover Liberty at Last because it's a really old card, and a lot of you guys might not know what it does. So Liberty at Last is a regular trap that says, when a monster you control is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, target 2 face-up monsters on the field, shuffle those 2 targets into the deck. So it's an interesting card because this new card, the banner, you have kind of 3 utility effects. And I think if you get them rolling, like if you're able to get Liberty at Last from your deck and really start rocking with that card, then you can, maybe do some work, but it is a little slow. I'm not gonna lie. Playing a continuous trap that searches another trap from your deck or can juggle it, can put it back from your graveyard into your hand. It's interesting, and there is some potential for you to have some mass removal, but just keep in mind when you do search Liberty at Last from your from the first effect of Banner, you need something to be destroyed. then you have to get Liberty at Last, then you need another card to be destroyed by battle. So you basically have to wait for two things on your side of the field to be destroyed to potentially, spin two of your opponent's monsters back into their deck. And also, if your opponent only, you have to pick two monsters. So if your opponent only has one monster, and you activate the card, you'll have to choose one of your monsters as well. So that definitely can be bad. I do like the second effect where basically anytime one of your synchro monsters is battling, you just get to blow up whatever monster is battling it, whether it's your opponent attacking into you or you attacking into your opponent. If it didn't require synchro, that would have just been absolutely nuts. The third effect, protecting this, I guess is cool, but all you're doing at that point is just really kind of committing to the whole Liberty at Last play, which I think is fine. I think it's kind of slow. I don't really think that you need to play this card in any synchro strategy unless you're really, really looking for, an extended grind game. And most synchro decks are not really looking for that. An extended grind game is really kind of a win condition of a lot of trap decks like Altergeist and El Dorado, Guru, stuff like that. So yeah, this is a cute card. I don't really think that you're going to be playing it in many synchro decks, but if you do want to commit to that strategy, there could be a high payoff. It's going to take a while for you to get there. Anyways, whatever you guys think of the new cards, you leave that in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already.